So right now we're at the point of the show where we talk about the present moment, and we really try to dig in to what's happening now, because a lot of us really base and stand on our past, like hardcore. This is what I am, this is what I do, this is what I did, all of these things, and really you need to let go and be right now.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's a part of you, and it's there to help you, to be there as a tool.
But it was, we have to let it go.
Please.
We are different people now, huh?
Right now, we're changing as we speak. She might, she might have never sang karaoke. I'm sure you've sang karaoke.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe she hasn't, and tonight's the night. Like things like this. Yeah, and people need to realize that anything is that possibility. Like what we're trying to do, we're trying to help people understand that you can go do something. You can, in this moment,
connect with others, right? Connect with it's not just because they are, of course, when they are suffering and they are younger, we connect easier, no? That's why we're trying to put, we try to vibrate in the same, vibration. It's like the music. You want to come and sing with the same, let's just okay, follow me.
And people who are in the moment vibe quicker because, in my opinion, they have less baggage. Why? Because they've let go of their past. So if you're in the moment and you're a person who really tries to live in the moment and people aren't gelling with you, no worries. Just keep going. You will find people. I have had to learn that lesson. I'm finding these people, and it's no freaking joke. It is no joke. Stick to your guns. Stick to the things that you feel and the things that you can reason with logic. Don't try to reason with anything else. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
So now that you're here and somebody comes along and gives you a smile, gives you an eye, really don't be afraid to connect. You're ready. You're ready to connect. You're literally in the moment. You're at the moment that you could. So now that she's in the moment that she can, and going back to what you said before about the opportunity, and I think you're taking advantage of the opportunity, right? So you're taking advantage of this opportunity, helping the orphans and doing so much good, really. But the truth is that both sides, like every single side of this pie, is benefiting, not just the kids. Anybody,
bingo,
right? Because we were talking off camera earlier, and she was telling me a story about how there's these kids that she takes from her son's soccer team and takes them down there, and how these kids have complaints possibly about their life. Mm-hmm. But when they see
that their life here is not perfect, they're full of problems, they don't have anything. They
Right.
They're miserable.
They're miserable. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. The episode of this is, I have no idea really what the complaints could be. But once they had those interactions in this proverbial moment that we're talking about, where anything is possible, they found value not in the Mexican kid that's like an orphan. They found value in themselves.
Exactly.
Because the Mexican
through
kid,
them.
Right, the Mexican kid was like, oh my God, you're the best soccer player. Oh my God, your phone is like from the future. Oh my God. I mean, these kids, they just really show you how
your value, their own value, no?
How valuable you are. How valuable she is.
How valuable is your life for others?
Yeah. She goes because these kids fill her with value. They fill her with value.
Yeah.
They really do. I've gone and helped, and I've gone on my own, doing my own thing. I have a different mission in life. But these people I'm very connected to because they and these are the people I want to connect. I have a different mission. My mission is more like the people who want to help and are helping so hard and so intensely that they forget to look up and talk to the other people who are helping so they can help each other. because this is these two people up here need to talk too, not just the people down here.
You're right.
You know, and sometimes people get so passionate about their mission and so passionate about their life that they completely forget that there is another Joan of Arc out there. There is another Mandela or anybody. You're not alone.
Missionaries.
Yeah, you're missionaries.
Missionaries. Yeah.
People who want to help. So.
And we have that in all of us. So we just that's the thing. Like it's not like you're special. You are all the same. So I found how to how to open that gate in myself. So I want to let them know they have the same qualities, the same feeling. They can feel the same. They can do the same or more. So let's just be conscious that we have so many things in us for us to give. So we just need to put them to work for others. In the moment you start putting all your gifts, you put them to work for others.
So what means
amazing.
Put them to work, right? Put them to work. Put them to work means your ass is not in a seat. It means you're doing something. So you got to do something. So this is an example. I'm about to introduce somebody into the frame, and very special. I mean, incredibly special. You guys met her before. Community here's met her before. Ana Laura here, she met her kind of passing in a passing situation, and we decided to collaborate and do this episode together. Bring her in here at the end, and here's the example that, in my opinion, perfectly describes what we're doing here. Ana Laura saw somebody on the side of the road pushing a car that broke down. And there's a little, and it's that scene where it's like the old lady in the front seat, and there's like the kind of like chubbier, fatter husband guy pushing the car, sweating, dying, because they just really didn't prepare for this situation. Because let's be real, society and the elders that we have today and the people that we have above us today are not doing the due diligence that they need to do to help us understand why the freaking car is broke down. So Ana Laura stops and starts pushing. And then I see her pushing, so I'm like, I'm going to stop too, and I'm going to start pushing. And here is this other person that has come up behind this broken ass down car, which is the childcare system in Mexico.
Exactly.
Super broken down. Un bochito, así, sin rueda, arrastrándose. It's bad. But here she is pushing it, and pushing and pushing and pushing. And so I just want to welcome Christine to the frame here. Yeah. We'll have it.
How's it going? Hello.
Wow.
This is so wonderful. So, Christine is the awesome and amazing owner of Chapter 1 Hair and Body Lab, here actually where we're filming. And Ana Laura is the leader of the nonprofit Angels Without Borders. And we have come into some serendipity because we're talking about the present, which is now. And so in this present, we both have right now we have a couple of amazing women who have similar visions, yeah. And if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, this is Rose.
The third woman. We are,
We come in a pack.
Yes. We'll have a whole episode on Rose, just so you guys can have like some puppy tags.
I know, we have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Sit down.
So
This is.
If I'm not incorrect, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys both have a dream about education.
Yes.
Educate, especially children and women to be entrepreneur. But people and kids they need a way to survive. But we want to help them not just to survive, to go beyond that. Like, I mean,
To grow.
no,
Have
beyond.
ownership of it. Yes.
Exactly.
But it's hard. You can't do that without a mentor. So where both of us really connected was, yes, we want to do all these great things, but we want that for somebody, but somebody can't have that if they don't have someone to lead the way.
Exactly. So that's why it comes. You know, she comes because the reality is that we need to find something that women and girls, the young girls, can work really fast and don't be more. You know, we have the people abuse them. You know,
Yeah.
and they don't know anything else. You know, to maybe go to prostitution or
Yeah.
something like that. So we need to start right now. That they are young, and we need to start doing something now. No, we have to. We cannot wait anymore. So we have a lot of people that can help, but we need to do something now. And so that
And so what?
we
And
have
so what
the
I'm
project
saying.
right now. No, that she can.
See.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And so the demand was there. Like, you know, obviously, and Laura could see the gap. And the largest gap is keeping these kids busy. You know, the only reason that they're even vulnerable, in my opinion, is that they have a lack of knowledge, or they have a lack of information. You know, the kids over here, in my opinion, a lot of them, I've never seen a child work an iPad the way I've seen kids over here work an iPad.
Well, that's what I was gonna actually interrupt you.
Oh.
Was because like over where she was talking, where she helps with the orphanage, they don't have that at their fingertips, where they don't have an everlasting amount of knowledge that's either helpful or
Inexhaustible.
or hurtful. Because a lot
Yeah.
of that stuff that you look online, we all fall into it. And we're like, oh shit, how did we get here? I don't want to be here, right? So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, this is not what I was looking for.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a void that needs to be filled, and if you don't have that iPad or that phone or a mentor, you're going to be filled with whatever is first come first serve.
And I mean, I fell a lot into this when I was a kid. You know, like my parents are immigrants. My parents worked hard, and they were not home because they worked hard. And that's not a bad thing. We had babysitters, we had people watching us. I watched my sister. Nothing bad ever happened. But when you don't have somebody around, like an adult, to ask certain proverbial questions in a vulnerable sense, like a mentor, you know, what a parent is. A parent is a mentor. It's just another scale level of mentor. It's just very serious. You know, you get the gang. You get the two homies on the corner, you know, and they start talking to you. You get the, you know,
oh my God,
super
that's the scary
sexy
part.
13-year-old.
Right.
You
if
know?
you don't have that like
I'm
man
12
in your
year- you
life
know,
or a woman, someone's gonna come and they're gonna fill that void. They're like, oh well, let me help you. I'll help you.
Oh,
But where
yeah.
does that turn? Nowhere good.
It turns into boosting
Yeah,
cars.
that's true.
It turns into smuggling drugs. It turns into
Abuse.
learning how.
They're abusing them. They're using them. They're abusing them. No?
Yeah. But
They
for the
take
kid,
advantage.
for that kid,
They're taking advantage.
it's not changed. It's not even changed from when if they were going to be a barber, a blacksmith, or a drug dealer. And for that kid, it's hustle. Okay? They don't know any different. And if anybody thinks they know any different, you're ignorant. These kids don't know anything else but living. I want to live. But if you teach them how to live right, with some mentorship,
The tools.
they'll figure it out on their own. Because that's what humans are. Humans are amazing high-speed computers. You know, these organic computers that we can figure things out. And that's why, yeah, anybody can hack into anything or maybe break into the heaviest bank because that's what we're made to do. But it's only because they were pointed in that direction. And these two women, in my opinion, if the women could figure it out, you know, nothing against the men, we've tried. You know, like the
Trying's good.
yeah, the hierarchies,
Keep
right?
trying. Keep trying.
The patriarchies existed already, right? So, you know, like if the women want to have a crack at it, go for it. I think you guys will have a way better job. And I think there's this mother aspect. There's this line that gets crossed that men never cross. So what they're trying to do in re-educating, don't underestimate these few words because they really are Rose.
No.
Just walking around.
Yeah.
No lo edito. I'll just edit it.
The most important right now is in the future. The present is like we are going to take right now action. Okay.
Yes.
This is the decision. We in the present we're conscious that what is happening and we're going to take action. That's why the universe put us together and we have an amazing project. And you can explain a little bit what we can do.
So with me, actually, a little bit of my backstory. I was raised by my grandma. So if I wasn't in Mexico or something like that, I could have been an orphan.
Wow.
Right? I was married. My husband left me and my son, so I had nothing. So easily I could have turned to doing something else.
You're giving your son up even.
Well, yeah, I could have,
So many people
So-
do that. Like
so-
just show up and leave their son.
So what I did, I went to a trade school. I already went to college. It just wasn't for me. It didn't get my creative juices flowing. It didn't make me happy. So I went to beauty school, and in 9 months to a year, I had my license. So then I was able to make that kind of money that I wouldn't have been able to.
That is fantastic.
Right?
Story.
Going to a 4-year school and then going and doing...
The debt. She didn't incur
Right.
debt, people.
So I bypassed a lot of that.
Yep.
Right? And so to me, I've always wanted to give back, and women and children hold a special place in my heart because of the circumstances that I went through.
Of course.
So being able to go, I would love to go to TJ and go to the orphanage and teach them a different trade, right? So that way they could be able to make money and have a skill. So it's empowering, it's peaceful, it's loving, you're helping other people, and that creates that little ripple effect. As soon as you drop that pebble in the water, you're gonna continue to help others.
It's true.
That is so
that person that you
beautiful.
taught.
I didn't know about that, your background, your life. That is fantastic because you can understand part of their lives, of how they, somehow we all have, something in our heart, that some story, behind that we can relate to the children, to all these children. Somehow somebody left us in some point of our lives, or we being rejected somehow, or we in difficult times. But this is a beautiful story, and the most important is that you know the value of giving the hand to others. That you are not alone. We are here for you, and we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Even better than you can even imagine. No?
So we have the mentorship, and then we have the skill of the cosmetology, and together we're going to be able to just change lives.
Yeah! See. We are making it. I can see it perfectly. I completely see the future like it's in the present. Like
That's
I
called
already can
manifestation.
see-
When
Yeah.
you feel that, do something with it. And if you start talking shit, just realize you're the only one. So just shut
Yes, the
up.
only one who's doing
Like
it.
it's that easy. Like if you feel like everyone's no, it's just you. Not everyone's talking shit. It's just you.
How do you see the future? How do you see what is happening?
See?
What do you see in the future?
I completely see it. I see us having an education lab where they're learning every single type of skill you need, because it's not just a trade. They need to know like how to make a business, how to pay taxes, how to have the legal part. How do you ask for help? Asking for help, I think, is the biggest, actually the hardest thing to do, especially when you're an independent person.
It's the least skill taught.
It is, to just say, hey, you know what? Like, I need some help with this. That is the hardest thing that I have ran into in the past year. It isn't how to pay my bills.
Me
It
too.
isn't how to get clientele. It's how to just open up my mouth and ask for help. So having a ranch is what I would love, and I would see where people come in and they are taught, and then they're helping, and it's just a whole community that is being built. That's what I see.
That you like, did you see that the people likes to visit, I need your help, and the people is like, oh my God, he's asking for my help. That's fantastic. We're giving the opportunity also to others, to help us, to help someone.
Oh,
Yes.
It's so soul-filling. Like, we've been talking about this, me and my friend, for a while, and when I met you, and just talking about this right now, and I'm like, oh shit, this is me kind of asking for help. Can I go help you? Help me help you.
Yeah. Well, because we are all one. We're also connected. That this is super interesting, and then more and more you can understand that. Like even you are a man, a different way to see life. When you talk, I feel like I'm completely understand, like I'm you. So you told me, no, wait, I'm her.
Yeah.
Okay, what is happening? I understand. But we are connected in what? In kindness, consciousness, no? Like we feel for ourselves, we feel love for ourselves, we feel, we are even, sometimes we were the worst with us, and then say, be kind with yourself. I mean, now we have all these adventures, now it's time to teach others that I was in the same way, I was feeling the same way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No one knows what they're doing.
Yes.
And that's the thing, like, we all think we know until we do it, and then the experience is where knowledge comes in. Because someone can teach you something, but until you use it and you do it, it's not valid. Because you're walking around with this piece of the puzzle, but you're never putting it to the puzzle.
It's true.
And then it doesn't fit, and then you're trying, and then eventually it does fit because of the experience.
Yep. And if you're not patient enough to, like, if you're forcing the experience, like, because that's what you're like forcing the piece into this spot, it's going to happen here. Like, no. You just have to keep searching. That's your duty. And once it fits, now it's your duty to make it happen. But it's not up until that point that you can make things happen. So to have some patience.
Yeah, be patient and be
with yourself.
Consistent about what you want, but also, like she said, ask for guide, for help. And this is not easy, I know. This is not even easier for me sometimes. Even I'm trying to help others. Sometimes it's easier for me to ask help for others, but for me, like, I'm confused about it. No, but even sometimes, when I'm asking, can you help me with that? I have this and that project with these children, and the people say, no. You say, why? But they don't get what happened. But it's not I feel like they don't care about any child. It's not like my mission of the project. I feel like I get it very personal. I say, no. You need to understand that for this moment they don't get it, but they're gonna get it somehow at some point.
Yeah.
I just want them to be conscious and help others. Whatever you want to do, whatever you can do, whatever you do something for others. But the most important here right now is the vision that we want to share. We need to put action. We need to give them the tools. We need to find, maybe to raise money for these how do you call labs?
Mm-hmm.
So we can have people to come, like us and other people, to come and go to the different orphanages or the communities and teach them what to do, and also to understand that they can be entrepreneurs. No, they can be. Yeah. They can. We can do so many things for our. But sometimes we put ourselves limits, and we show our kids, no, you can do this, and that's it. It is enough. But and forget about where you come from. If you have a big family, rich family, you are nobody. Everybody says, no, you're nobody because you don't have money, or you look your background. No. From nothing, and from nothing you can start something amazing. Mm-hmm. But you need people like you to mm-hmm. come and talk to them and show them the potential they have, and also you're given the opportunity to survive in a decent way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Decency is interesting, what you just mentioned. And I really didn't feel like I was going about life in a decent way. And one of the biggest feelings about it was that I really didn't feel like there was people that made me feel decent. They made me feel maybe accepted. They maybe made me feel loved. But there's a decency, like human decency. And if that person doesn't have decency, then I'll never feel it. And a little bit more about this patience stuff. of what they're talking about, like why she's so awesome, why she's so awesome.
Well, you are so awesome.
Yeah,
is-
why are you
why-
awesome?
thank
Why
you.
you are you more than us, of course.
It's a numbers game. It's just numbers. You know, all those no's that she talks about, like, oh, I want you to help the children, and then they're like, no, and they're like, oh my God, this person hates all children, and I'm going to take it super personal kind of a thing. Like me, I want to do this, I want to help, I want to connect all these people, and nobody wants to connect, and nobody wants to know anything about the other person, and they get upset.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just keep going, keep looking. It's that simple. Don't stop, and it's not more complicated than that. Just keep going. And when it fits, let it fit. Don't feel like you have to keep looking, because now all of a sudden that's your job. Just, you can find your community. Trust. Because this is my community, and this is, oh yeah, I know. I mean, like, people have, I value this and I love this because I didn't, and we all haven't had it at some point. But it's that simple. It's really not that hard. You know, you're gonna find people and that spark super cool things inside of you, and they have cool dogs or whatever. You know, who would have seen? You know, it's not, right now I'm talking about the future because we're gonna go into our last segment. Just what do we each see for our proverbial futures here? But talking about the future, that's what it's for. It's not daunting and it's not scary. It's what's coming.
Exactly.
It's what's coming.
It's the opposite.
And
It's
you guys see how there's no emotions tied to that. What's coming has nothing to do with how you feel. But it's what's coming, you know? So pay attention, because this is what's coming next. For chapter 1, the angels, Ana Laura's angels. Cruza como?
Love Without Borders.
Love Without Borders.
The most important here is how we found angels and more angels coming,
That's how, yeah.
you know,
Don't
coming
stop.
along and giving us a lot of the tools to grow, to help more kids. She's gonna be doing, I mean, she's gonna be in the project to make all these labs to put the kids to make to understand that they are more than just a human. They're going to be an amazing human being. They're going to be an entrepreneurs. They're going to be, and even more challenging. It's more challenging for them because they don't have all these, the parents, the grandparents, the background. They have nothing, and from nothing, it's like Benito Juarez, the president, one of the presidents in Mexico, ago. Benito Juarez was, he was also an orphanage, and he had he was with the sheep, working with the sheep, and he became the president. So we have no borders, no limits in here and in here.
I like that.
Oh,
That's good.
no, that's good. So we are the ones who we put our own limits, our own borders. It's not like you see, I don't see any border. When they say, oh, the border, I don't see any. What happened? I don't care. The border, the limit is here and in your mind and in the same around you.
Yep.
In your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You see, and so don't think about this a physical border.
Yep.
Forget about it. Let's just go to the to the backyard from our neighbor, which is Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's do something. Let's be brave. Let's just be courageous. Let's just encourage others. I'm encouraging you to do something fun. Have
Yes.
fun. To be one. We are all one,
Stop
right?
being so serious.
Yeah.
Like, God, it's like such
Right?
a downer.
Right? What are you
Such
talking
a
about?
downer.
We look for more doggies like you also.
So a doggy farm next.
Yeah.
A doggy orphanage next.
Dude.
Yeah.
Imagine dog trainers like teaching kids how to train dogs.
No, I heard that's actually my biggest goal.
Oh, I just
Foster kids,
just
foster
intuited.
dogs.
I just read her
Yeah.
mind.
No, foster kids, foster dogs, and a farm in the middle, and then they have a reason to like wake up in the morning.
There might be a foster.
Oh,
there might be
because
a.
we need each other. So
Yeah.
look at this.
There might be a funny farm in Mexico. So. Just making things
It was
happen.
so funny because I have a dog that I adopt. I mean, we were last year in the Christmas, in the party of the Christmas, and then this little dog came, like that, came and stood there. We were putting together all the gifts, the Christmas gifts.
No, the dog adopted you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oops, really? Completely.
Yeah.
From that moment, it was following me. Like, what is happening? So
You're my mom.
and at the end said, that belongs to the orphanage, of course, right? Because no, and the children say, no, he doesn't belong to the. He came and we got put it in one of the rooms, but he escaped right now. But no, he doesn't belong to us. I mean, so the administrator said, it doesn't belong to us. We need to take the dog out. I said, he was so little. I said, no way. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna find a home for them. Come here with me. So from that moment, I couldn't, still is with me in Rosarito. So, like you say,
I collect humans. I don't have any animals.
yeah, you collect humans.
I just
yeah.
collect humans.
I collect humans.
I like to have all my humans.
All my humans.
Yeah. So what's next for what is Love Without Borders? What's
Right now, the most important is we're gonna try to put together more events going on with kids,
okay?
kids helping kids and teens helping kids.
Okay.
Come
I like that.
interact, and we want to open a center, educational center, so we can provide the children at the orphanage,
Yeah.
with education, any kind of an education or activities
Okay.
that even our teens can help them. No.
Awesome.
And
So if you're out there and you have some sort of organization that's chock full of people that want to help some orphans in Mexico, you know where to contact us. I'm going to put obviously all of our contact information below. So.
And about the we want to, we want to teach them how to, haircut, and do all this new career. Also, like you were talking about, if you have leftover shampoos, and we can donate,
Oh, wow, yeah.
scissors, shampoos, or whatever.
if someone wants to donate their time with their trade.
Right. If there's, a
that is,
carpenter or something, because the hairstylist stuff is really good for ladies. We were talking a little bit too about the boys, and anybody who has some agricultural experience, permaculture experience, any of that stuff. Obviously girls work outside too.
Yeah.
But we definitely want, like what she's talking about is provide.
Well, there's 3 ways to share it. You can share with your time, you can share with your money, or you can share with your trade.
There you go.
So
Time, trade,
Eso,
money.
yeah,
give us all of it.
Yeah. Give us all of it.
Give
Yeah.
us all of it. Yeah, like that.
And so for you, Christine, what's next what's chapter 1 holding for the future?
We definitely have talked about opening up a chapter 2, and we're looking at Colorado and TJ. So
Okay.
I think it's pretty serendipitous.
Colorado and TJ.
Oh, yeah,
You
that
came
comes
into my life.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, completely. It's open. It's already open. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it completely.
So really possibilities are endless,
Yeah, very cool.
and
So pretty much lots of events, people. Keep your ear to the ground.
And your heart.
open.
And your heart open. And your eyes open. And your mouth shut. And your ears open. And your heart open.
Peace, love, and positivity.
And mainly just shut your mouth.
Yeah.
But-
And Merry Christmas, right
Oh,
now.
yeah. Happy holidays
Happy
to
holidays,
all of
yeah.
y'all. And
Los amo, como we always say, los amo. That's my word. It's one of the things that in Spanish we have The difference
It's
in English
true.
is, in English you have I
Love
love
you.
you. You can say I love you. I say I love you.
I love spaghetti.
I love spaghetti. But in Spanish we say te quiero. It's like I love you for, I te quiero, te quiero. But I love you, it means I really, my
Te
heart
amo.
is complete. Te amo, el te amo. You can, So there's, you use these two words in different moments in your
It's
life.
value, people. That's what we're doing here. We're
So
creating.
te amo, los
value.
amo. We
Los
love
amo. Los amamos mucho.
Los amamos mucho. Eso. That's the thing. I think te quiero is a little bit. No.
Porque como dice José, no es lo mismo querer y amar.
Querer es.
Es que poco sabemos querer. No, que todos sabemos
es que-
querer y
No,
pocos
es que
sabemos
todos,
amar.
Sí, es que todos sabemos querer, pero pocos sabemos amar.
Exactamente.
Ay.
Y vamos a crecer esos pocos en muchos.
Ajá.
¿Eh?
Bueno, pues muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por
Igualmente.
tenernos aquí en la comunidad.
Pues
Compartir.
ya resultó.
Ay,
Oh.
sí, y dice next. Dice next.
Next.
me.
Onward.
Bueno,
Ok.
Muchas gracias, nos vemos, muchas gracias. Y
Thank
nos vemos
you.
en el evento entonces el 6 de diciembre a
Sí.
las 6 de la tarde en Spectrum Irvine.
So yeah, right now this is a perfect time to plug in the events coming up. So we have a December 6th event up in Irvine Spectrum for the nonprofit, for Ana Laura's nonprofit,
For the orphanage.
for the orphanage.
For
And
Christmas party, for the orphanage, gifts. We want the idea is to bring, Santa Christmas party with entertainment, with music,
Okay.
and Christmas dinner. But surprise. But it's a surprise party. They don't know anything. So this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool. And for
that's the 6th.
this is this is the fundraising part. The 22nd is for
Okay.
the kids at the orphanage, and the 16th for the kids of the community El Refugio.
Okay, so that we have 3 dates here for Ana Laura. We have December 6th, December 16th, and December 22nd. And
And you have some.
we'll obviously, that'll obviously be really good, and I'll make sure to put all the information in there.
Sí, por favor.
Also, you don't have to make it. If you feel like you want to go and you want to donate and you can't go, but you want to donate some money, there's also going to be avenues for you to do that. And so please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are it. You guys are the community. So please come out, show your faces at this weekend's 1-year anniversary, Chapter 1, December 8th, 7 to 9, 90s party. Bring your own booze. Let's have a good time. Peace.